Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gcor show. Today, we're going to be talking about expectations versus reality. It's a bit of a different video. It's not really a race review as we usually do. Although I must say, last weekend was a good weekend, wasn't it, Gibbo? You're becoming a regular on the show, aren't you?
Yeah, Matt, a good race to be fair.
Mm,
Quite a few crashes, and
yeah.
I mean the good amount of safety cars to make the race interesting towards the end. But
Mm.
good racing as well by Josh coming in first race of the season to win it, just as you kind of predicted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very happy about the attendance, to be fair. I mean, yeah, sure, I got knocked out in Q2, but I wasn't even as upset as I should have been because the league was excelling. I mean, 19 drivers, pretty much a full grid, Q1, Q2, Q3 format. Everyone was, for a full grid round Monaco, everyone was fairly well behaved.
Yeah, again, I don't think Ollie had too much to do with the steward compared to what you
Mm,
normally have at Monaco with 19 drivers. But no, it's the first time I've seen full quality in a long time, so it's
mm.
really nice to see.
Yeah, no, definitely it was definitely nice. But yeah, let's get on to the predictions. Obviously, before the season started, we didn't have drivers such as Fuse Coolboy, drivers such as Atomics. Who else has joined? Zebra is another driver who's joined, and we've had a few other debutants as well join, so they won't be included on the list. But yeah, no, I mean, starting off with the driver we predicted to be P19, Banana Leclerc. He's not done too badly compared to predictions. He's not done bad at all. Am I right?
Yeah, he's been quite a surprise to be honest. He's got, I think, pretty much all the points of that Aston Martin team. He's got 8. He's
Hmm.
12th in the championship, which is quite a surprise. You know, I mean, he's turned up to quite a few races, so I think that looks more promising when you see the attendance, even though he's got a bit of a chunk of points as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's tried to stay consistent. You know, obviously that Aston Martin, it's a rough car to drive, and it's been difficult for the team. But I mean, he scored 8 points. The team scored 9. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Next driver we have is Charlie. His teammate, his Aston Martin teammate.
Third. I think
Yeah, I
Hurricane
predicted
fastest
him
in
to be
Mega, and
P18,
he's fallen too
and
fast in that
He's
yeah,
corner.
currently
he's
He's
actually
outraged himself.
P18.
that's one correct prediction.
Climb
Good
on the
job, man.
board for this lap, even though it's
Yeah,
going to be
I
Mega.
mean, not really much to say
Oh my
about him.
god.
Debut season, he struggled a little bit. Yeah, not really much else to
A
say
lot of
about Charlie.
drivers have kind of scored no points, so I think he's got like an 11th
Mm,
or a 12th, which is put him right up there compared to we've had 26 drivers on the grid
yeah,
at a time this season. So for him to be 80, it's not bad, but I think he needs quite a bit more to do to probably keep a seat, just
yeah,
because he
no,
starts scoring some points and contributing in the constructors.
most definitely, man, most definitely. P17 we have Waza who actually stepped away from the grid after one race. I mean, he scored points, and currently he's actually P15 with two
He's
points.
315, yeah. So
Yeah, after doing one race. So he was very aggressive to say the least, and then racked up some penalties and left. Again, not much to say about Waza.
yeah, I think it was one of those rookie drivers where you don't really know what's going to happen. So it's kind of
Mm,
a risk and an unknown. But I mean, for the rate he got points, so obviously not a bad driver. But yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing him again, unfortunately. So
yeah. I mean, pace was there. He wasn't slow. I'd actually say a decent midfield driver. You get me? And he had a lot of room for improvement, but obviously, I guess the penalties and his reputation. I mean, I'm not quite sure why he left, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Next up, we have Exalta, who's 11th in the standings for Alpine, 8 points. I predicted him to be P16. Better than expected, right?
he's done quite well, to be honest. I mean,
Mm.
I think he scored the most points for the team. I think, but
Alpine. Yeah, he scored. Alpine have scored 8 points, and he scored all 8.
so yeah, compared to his teammate who we ranked higher than him, he's been quite refreshing. I think Matt will be quite happy with what he's done so far. I mean, there's always room to improve, and if he wants to kind of stay at a decently sized team, he'll probably need to score more points. But compared to his teammate, he's absolutely winning that battle. So fair play to him.
Yeah, no, I mean, fair play to Exalta. I guess a little bit better improvement, would help his chances of scoring points. But I guess it's a foundation to build upon. It's a foundation to build upon. P15, we have Jacob, also known as Amusing Bear. You've seen more of him than I have. What are your thoughts on him?
He's fast. I'll give him that. He's got decent pace. I mean, he's currently scored 0 points, but he's one of the dirtiest drivers I think I've ever seen. I mean, the amount of collisions, people that he's run off the road, crashed them into a barrier. I think not only is the penalties that he's accumulated, I think it was over 20 seconds in Singapore, ruined his races, but the damage he gets. Again, I think he could be, if his racecraft was polished up, I think he could be a very good driver.
Yeah.
But at the moment, his racecraft is completely ruining his races.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a very good point there. I think in terms of raw pace, he's got that. I mean, we saw him in Q3 at Monaco. We've seen him do quite well, actually.
I think he's
in
got
terms of
about
qualifying
a few times as well. So like he's quite fast over one lap.
Exactly, man. Over one lap, he's impressive. Even in terms of race pace, individual race pace, it's not too bad. But it's when it comes to the racecraft, man, that's when it's like, I mean, like you said, Singapore.
I think his biggest thing is trying to overtake someone or defending someone.
Yeah.
It's either we both go out or you let me through, and it works for some people, but if you get lower down the grid, people are just not going to take it.
Exactly. I mean, if you're racing some of the bigger boys, who have a championship at stake, then it will probably work, because they're thinking, all right, sure, Amusing Bear or Jacob is a little bit aggressive, and sure, they'll be annoyed, but at the end of the day, they have to back off. Imagine Amusing Bear is fighting Coward or Hurricane. Coward and Hurricane would much rather finish behind Amusing Bear if it means they pick up 15 points in a potential DNF,
Yeah, so I think if he's at the top and he stays at the top, he can use those tactics, but...
But it's when it's further down the order, that's when it's like, because we'll all be fighting for every little position, every little position.
If you're 13th, what are you doing? Is my kind of thinking behind it.
Yeah. You're getting nothing from it. No points, no nothing. So yeah, hopefully he can improve in that aspect, man. But I'm sure he'll start scoring points soon. I mean, like you said, it's just really racecraft he needs to work on, which it'll take time. But I think for a start, in terms of overtaking drivers and defending drivers, I think he needs to kind of hit the reset button in terms of aggression, factory reset type of thing, and then from there let his pace do the talking, because he is fast. He's just a bit reckless, a bit clumsy. But yeah, that's Jacob. He's currently 17th on 0 points. Honestly speaking, with that pace that he has, I think he should be, around P5 to P8. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think P8, P10. I think he could be there very easily if he cleans up his race pace over the course of the season. He could be a dark horse for a team to pick up and see how he does. But at the moment, no top team will touch him at the moment.
Yeah, true that. P14, we have Bear, Exalta's teammate, also Alpine. I predicted him to be P14, and in reality, he's actually P20. Ooh.
Yeah, no points for that at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, at least he turns up, right? But he's struggled a little bit this season. Last season, he actually scored a podium at Monaco.
I think he got very unlucky at Monaco. I think he was a casualty of being rammed into the wall by Jacob. So
yeah.
I think Jacob penalised 12 seconds from it. So I think he got quite unlucky there. But again, no real pace and quite a strong grid.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, when Bear's racing, you know, and we love to have him on the grid. He's cool. You get me? Nice guy, no problems on track. He's cool again. Usually he'd be fighting the likes of Charlie, you know, the Aston Martin Charlie. Who else? Rock Boy, who made his debut, who isn't on the predictions. So you'd be fighting those type of drivers. But hopefully, I do hope Bear can, you know, improve or, you know, do well because he does turn up quite regularly. You know, it's very nice.
And I think 13th place we have Shiduki, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Who
Shiduki.
has he raced? I'm
He
not
did one
even sure.
qualifying,
He did one
and then that
qualifying.
was about it. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, again, I think I predicted him 19th in mine. So again,
fair enough.
just hasn't turned up unfortunately for him. So
Yeah.
that's the problem he has.
Simple as that. I mean, I predicted him P13. He's currently P22. So yeah, I was very wrong on that behalf. Next up, we have L Games. I predicted to be P11. He's
No, I
actually
think no,
P23.
12th. You've missed.
Oh, sorry, 12. Sorry, 12, 12. Yeah, 12. How could I forget your driver? Your driver.
Okay, man.
Yeah, Husker. I think he's improved, man. He's improved a lot since his you know, rookie days back in Gen 3, Season 3. And yeah, I predicted him to be P12. He's currently P10. But he's been decent, man. He's been decent.
Yeah, I
Husker.
think he's been the best of that pack. I think it's quite a clear division of these kind of top drivers for these teams or established drivers, and then you've got the rookies or the people who haven't turned up as much. And I mean, Husker's turned up, I think, to every race.
Yeah.
He scored decent points. He's been 7th, 8th, 6th sometimes. So I think he's just getting the points when people DNF or have mistakes. So I think that's been a strong point of just racing, being there, and being able to capitalize on other people's mistakes.
Exactly, man. I mean, in order to finish first you have to finish, isn't it?
Very
Husker's
much so.
done. He's done well, man. He's done well. For this is his proper like first full season, and yeah, I mean, obviously he's not been at the top, but in terms of the debutants, I think he's done well. He's contributed a good amount of points to Red Bull. Without Husker, Red Bull wouldn't be third in the constructors, you know. And
Yeah,
obviously that fight for P2 is close. It is close between GN7 Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari.
so he's
And
hard on
Husker's
both
played this
at
up.
the moment as well. So yeah, I think the points gap as well is quite. I mean, it's 11th is 8th, 10th is 26. So he's been there, and I think maybe his pace hasn't been stronger than he would have liked, but his racecraft's been there, and he's just been able to pick up points. I know the feeling of not being fast enough, but if you can get a 7th or a 6th, then you know you'd probably done better than people faster than you. So
Exactly. I mean, the guys at the top, they will make mistakes when they're fighting so hard for those little positions, you know? They will make mistakes. Guys will crash. I mean, on the other hand, and we'll talk a little bit more about Cyrax later, you look at Cyrax. I mean, Cyrax started off really well at the start of the season. The last 2 races, he's been a little bit shaky. And did Husker... No, Did Husker beat Cyrax at Qatar? I'm not sure, you know. Let me check real quick. No, I'm lying. Cyrax got a podium at Qatar.
yeah, maybe not then.
Yeah,
No,
never mind.
I think Singapore and Monaco have been Cyrix's bad tracks this year. But more on that later, I'm sure.
Yeah, more on that a little bit later. But Husker, he's done well. I'm happy for him. He's happy as well. And yeah, let's move on to P11, sorry, who's L Games. I predicted him to be P11. In reality, he's P23. I mean, Williams wouldn't have wanted that, would they?
No, I don't think. Again, I don't think he's really turned up. I mean, no, it's not been. I mean, his drivers for his own team have turned up, but it's just he's kind of letting Williams down a bit when you think Hurricane was the person that was driving alongside Matt last season. So yeah, it's not been great for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, those are big boots to fill of Hurricanes. I mean, I'll be honest, the only person who can fill those boots right now is Coward, you know, of Hurricanes. So I'm sure they weren't expecting Hurricane type of performances, but points is still the minimum requirement, no?
No,
For
you've
Williams,
got to finish in the top 10. That's got to be a given. So to
Exactly,
come
and
away
then
with nothing isn't great.
especially when your teammate's Matt and Matt's P6 in the championship with all 45 points, and now it's got to a point where Williams have fallen down to sixth in the constructors. You know, they were champions last season, and now even Kick Sauber have overtaken them.
Yeah, it's not great to read, to be honest, and I don't think Ollie will be happy. But I mean, we've got mid-season, and I wonder if there'll be any changes on Williams, or if he's
Mm.
happy and wanted to give Gemus another chance. But I think, yeah, they're definitely not going to win the constructors, so it's not been
No,
great.
they're definitely out of it. I mean, already 90 points behind a McLaren team that just seems to be getting better and better. I mean, yeah, definitely they're out of that conversation. Onto the top 10, I said Luigi. In reality, Luigi is 14th, so he's a few places away. He's P14 and 22 points behind Husker. Thoughts?
I mean, the one rate I think he's been two races now.
Yeah.
This is Monaco and Singapore. I I think he was a bit unlucky around Singapore, but he hasn't had the pace that I thought he would have.
Mm.
I mean, he was knocked out, I think, in Q2 in qualifying, and
Yeah.
he only just managed to get into Q2. I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking whilst watching the race that he would just jump the entire order and go into fourth or something like that. But no, he just didn't have much pace around there. But no, I'm sure there's more to come with him. But at the moment, it's even though he's attended half the races, this is not what you'd be expecting from Luigi at all.
Yeah, I mean, we all remember the days of Luigi fighting for the championship. Some say he should have won the championship in Gen 3 Season 4, isn't it? And now look at him. I mean, it's sad, but obviously I understand how he's got into this situation, and there's definitely um a lot more to look forward if you're a Luigi fan. I mean, he can only go up from here, surely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if he has a good performance, he'll shoot back up to 11th or 10th, but he just needs a good run of form and maybe the breaks coming at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Luigi's a top 10 driver in Gcor in terms of driver skill, like on the current grid. I do think he's a top 10 driver, so I'm sure he'll come back. He'll come stronger. This is just a bad run of form. He'll see light soon. He'll see light soon. Anyways, P9 Marshy, who's actually P26. The only man not
Well,
to have turned up.
hasn't turned up so far, so I don't think there's much. No, I don't think there's much to say apart from I'm sure Haas will be looking for a replacement.
Yeah, Marshy, I think one of the best drivers of the Gen 4 generation. You know, it's a shame not to see him even attend a qualifying session, but it is what it is, right? I'm sure Haas will get a replacement soon.
Yeah.
P8, yo, jeez, okay,
I knew that would be a bad prediction
okay,
going into the season. Whew. Ouch.
jeez, okay. So P8, I said Cyrax. That's okay. Bear in mind, 2 weeks ago, he was leading the drivers' championship.
Yeah, he was first to play Singapore, so yeah.
Yeah. Now he's third, still in that championship fight. 18 points
Yeah.
behind. It's not the end of the world, 18 points, but Monaco did hurt him quite a bit. But yeah. Let's talk about your driver, man. I'll let you go first.
No, I think he's been good. I think it's been kind of hit and miss. I think the Cyrax, he's been quick, very quick some places, but I don't think there's ever been a time where he's been quickest, which I think might frustrate him. Obviously, no wins so far this season, but I'm sure one will come. But I think hopefully always think this part of the season the tracks are normally quite difficult. As soon as we get into Europe, you get easier tracks, and I mean Monaco and Singapore are always going to be chaos races. And I think he's had a few bad qualifyings, which just kept him down the grid at the worst tracks to do it. So I think that's been his biggest fault. But apart from that, he's been fantastic. You know, he's first in the championship. He's turned up to every single race. Which out of the top four, he's the only one to do that. So he's got the best attendance record there. But no, he's been really good this season compared to what we thought he might be, or at least what you thought he might be. So yeah, he's been really good.
Yeah, I mean, Cyrax definitely, dare I say, the surprise of the season. I mean, I think, I mean, I've always rated Cyrax as a good driver. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. I think even last season, he got very unfortunate. I mean, track limits time penalty at Qatar, losing him the podium there. Last race of the season at Interlagos, he picked up a punch on the last lap, driving for that Ferrari. So he has definitely caught bad luck, but this season, the way that he's managed to turn things around, obviously, I know the last couple races he struggled, but the way that he's managed to turn things around this season, really, it's been very, very impressive. I mean, just leading that championship, yes, it was for one race, but the fact that he was leading that championship says a lot about how good Cyrax has become. Obviously, he's not the complete driver yet, and out of the top three, dare I say top four drivers, with all due respect to Cyrax, I mean, I think he's been amazing. But out of the top four drivers, dare I say he's the, number four. Obviously, respectfully. And I hope he can go and win the championship, It would be nice to see a new world champion. But has he really got that little edge that guys like Coward, guys like Hurricane, Smithy, again, that's another driver that we're going to be questioning and that we have questioned in the past if you look at last week's video. But yeah, no, overall Cyrax has been really, really good. Qualifying, I'd say that's where he needs to improve. I mean, he's been all right in qualifying, but if you want to be fighting for the championship, you've got to be qualifying higher than P10, as we saw last time out at Monaco, higher than P8, as we saw in Singapore, and P6, as we saw in Qatar. If you want to be fighting the likes of Coward, the likes of Hurricane, so obviously, best of luck for the season. He's been amazing so far. And there's still a lot to come from Cyrax. Like he said, I still think he can win catch a race victory. But we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see with Cyrax. Anyways, on to the next driver. In P7, Chicona 75. Okay. In reality, he's actually P5 right now. But yeah. Thoughts on Chick?
I think you can talk about yourself. Surely you can tell us how you think your season's been so far.
All right. It's been weird. I'm not gonna lie. It has been weird. I mean, from pre-season testing, I knew that I was not gonna really have the pace. It was gonna be difficult to kind of extract that pace. Don't get me wrong. We've not been slow, but I've had moments where it's been bad. I have had moments where it's been bad. Good thing is, when I have had those moments, those races, I've kind of managed to limit the damage, if that makes sense. I mean, look at Singapore. Like you said during commentary, I was the slowest driver at some stage when it started raining. I was the slowest driver, and admittedly, I was struggling a lot in those conditions. Obviously, moving to a new team is always difficult, and this is the first time I've actually moved to a new team in the new generation. Since Gen 3. So it's definitely a new experience, but I think it's been all right overall. I mean, only 7 points behind Smithy, 16 points behind Cyrax. Isn't too bad if you think about it. But obviously, in terms of that raw pace, gotta kind of pick it up. Gotta kind of pick it up. But yeah, I don't think the season's been a disaster. I think it's been all right. It's been all right overall. What about you, man?
Yeah, I think it's been a season of up and downs. You've obviously had your teammate, but I mean, you're obviously epitome of having really good racecraft and knowing how to maximise points. I think that's obviously been really good. I think even though you didn't do great at Monaco qualifying, you still ended up quite high up, which is quite surprising and quite impressive. So, yeah, I think obviously it's not been probably your strongest season, but I don't think it's a season to scoff at it either.
I think you've said it perfectly right there. I mean, it's that experience and racecraft which has kind of carried me throughout the season. Knowing when to fight. I mean, there was a situation during Monaco where Cyrax made a move on me. It was the medium speed left-hander. Coming out of the tunnel, you have the chicane. Yes. After the chicane, you've got the left-hander going into the swimming pool. So Cyrax made a move on me, and it was a good move. It was a good move. I could have fought that harder, but I'm trying to think about the future. You see, trying to think how can we pick up and maximize the points. So I feel like that's been my strongest point. But obviously, qualifying do need to kind of improve on that front. I've been beaten by Charlie every single qualifying session this season, so we'll have to see. But yeah, no, 5 races in, it's not been a disaster. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough about myself. Onto the driver who I said was going to finish P6. I said Midget Matt, and he's currently P6 right now.
Very impressive. Good prediction.
Cheers, man. Cheers. I think 2 now, 2 out of 19. Not too bad, does it? But yeah, no, Matt. I actually think at some point, especially early in the season, you look at Australia and Japan in particular. He actually had the pace of Cyrax, don't you think?
I mean, yeah, it's been a bit interesting. I think the last 2 races obviously gotten better, and he's gotten the points that he needs. He had quite an interesting strategy around Monaco. It's a shame that it didn't quite be pulled off, but I think he's had a decent season, a season that you kind of expect from Matt. He's got decent points. He's been up there, so yeah, it's been all right. But again, I feel a bit like Cyrix's season in a way, as he hasn't really. There's no performance that's really blown me away.
Yeah, no, I hear it. There's not been that headline performance yet, that headline result. First couple races, I know Cyrax finished P2 and Matt finished P5, but apart from that mistake that Matt made, he, in my opinion, he was on pace with Cyrax. He had decent pace. Japan, as you saw, the fight between Matt and Cyrax was decent. Singapore, I don't really know much about Singapore, to be honest. I was at the back. But obviously he made that, another error, which I think really it's been that error which has hurt him. I think Matt really should be P5, maybe even P4. But it was that DNF that really hurt him, at Singapore. The last 2 races, he's picked it up a little bit, P5 at Qatar. I had a good battle with him at Qatar. And even last lap of Monaco, we had a little good fight. So he's managed to redeem it. But yeah, it's been a solid season. It's not been a bad season. But I feel like Matt, with the pace Matt has, I think he could have, done a little bit better, He could have done a little bit better. On to P5, got Charlie Dore. In reality, he's P8 right now. But I predict him P5. Thoughts on Charlie?
I think Charlie's been all right, to be honest. He's had a decent season, obviously. I think, didn't he get a podium?
Race 1, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's been quick in that Ferrari. I just don't think the races have really come to him. I think it's kind of a big problem. But no, it's been an all right season from Charlie. Again, scored decent points. It's kind of the season that you'd normally expect from him. He's done decently well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Charlie's strong point's definitely been qualifying. He's qualified well. His racecraft has been all right. I think it's just tires really. If he can save the tires a little bit better, look after his tires, it definitely, put him up a couple more positions in championship. But yeah, he struggled a little bit the last 2 races, but he's also caught bad luck. I mean, what was it? He got a puncher at Monaco, right? And I think he got a puncher at Qatar. That is terrible luck. I don't know if he hit the wall or something at Monaco. I think Qatar was just tire wear. But at Monaco, I don't know if he hit the wall, but that's definitely bad luck,
It's bad luck, but yeah, maybe that's something he needs to work on as well with his time management. I know a lot of people struggled with the tyres this season. I think pre-season and first few races, I know Matt definitely was saying how the tyre wear's a bit awful. So no, I think it's quite difficult, and obviously it's ruined his race at the end of the day. But there's at least where to improve from, and then the performances will come.
Yeah, true that. It's not like a situation where you're in a dead end, where you're slow and you don't know why you're slow. I mean, it's not even that it's slow. It's just trying to maximize performance for, a longer time period on the tires that he's on. That's the only thing. But Yeah, no, Charlie's done. I think he's done well. He's done well. I think P8 is a little bit of a, is a little bit disrespectful to him. I think he should be higher, but it is what it is. The situation. Even though he's P8, he's only what, like 8 points, 8 points behind P5. So he's not
Yeah.
too far away. 15 points behind P4. So it's not been a disaster, by any means. Still a lot of time to even finish P3 in championship. Who knows? Next up we have Smithy, who's fourth. In real life, and fourth for my predictions. Not too bad.
Yeah,
Not too
that's good.
bad. Yeah, not too bad, man. 56 points. Obviously last week's episode was actually about Smithy, whether he can win a championship. A week later, are we saying that Smithy's championship bid only lasted 7 days?
Oh, I don't
I
think
mean,
we can't be saying this, can we? I mean, I feel really important. I feel it's so unfortunate what happened at Monaco. I think he's been. I hate to say this because he obviously he's only got 56 points and he's got a decent gap to his teammate, but he's been really good this season. Obviously he's won a race. He looked fast as well, definitely around Singapore. So whenever I've seen him, he's been up there. So no, I think Smithy's been good. It's just it's against Hurricane. You know what I mean? You're against Hurricane and Coward, who are two of the best drivers that we've had in Gcor. So you make those mistakes, I don't really see how you can get the points back, especially on your teammate.
Yeah, no, that is true. I mean, you look at the situation Smithy's in his second season. He's already fighting against, prime Coward and prime Hurricane. Two of G-Swar's greatest drivers. Some may even say G-Swar's greatest drivers all time. That's debatable. So obviously there's that factor. But when you're going against these type of drivers, the Cowards, the Hurricanes, you can't make a mistake. That's the thing. That's what puts these guys right at the top of the game, right at the top of the G-Swar food chain. If you make a mistake, you'll be punished for it. I mean, if we look back at the races, he wasn't there. Australia, all right. Japan, he didn't really have the pace. That was his first time in the new Gen 4 Season 5 cars. Singapore was his first proper weekend, and we saw the pace that he had. I mean, he could have won that race if it wasn't for an unfortunate safety car, and Atomic's strategic masterclass. Qatar, obviously, goes and wins Qatar. And then last time out at Monaco, the DNF. But the thing is, he's always been close to Hurricane. Out of all of Hurricane's teammates, honestly, I think Smithy's been the fastest, don't you think?
Yeah, if not, it's him or Matt for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry, Charlie.
But to be fair, Charlie Duo and Hurricane, that partnership was strong. That partnership won a lot of championships, similar to Schumacher and Barrichello, isn't it? Hamilton or Bottas. Would you even say Verstappen and... Huh?
Compared to Barrichello and Bottas, this is the poor bloke. It's not you want to be compared to, but no, he's been... Yeah, Charlie's always been good with Hurricane, and I think Smithy's one who will give him a fight. Give Hurricane a run for his money. If not this season, then next season. But I think Hurricane's got to at least have one DNF. And Smithy's got to be clean for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you say that. I mean, he's already had that one DNF, isn't it? The DNS. And the gap is 27 points right now. Still doable, don't get me wrong. But it's an uphill battle for Smithy, most definitely, man. Most definitely. And let's not forget, we're talking about Hurricane and Coward. Cyrax is still going to be in that championship fight. One of the upper midfield guys, maybe a Matt, maybe a Charlie. They're going to be up there some weekends. Who knows? Maybe I might be up there some weekends. And obviously Josh, if Josh races, after what we've seen already, that might just be, an automatic win for Josh. Luigi might come back if Amusing Bear improves his racecraft. You get me? It's going to be really difficult for Smithy. 27 points back every race. It's going to be difficult, man.
He's going to target and go to DNF into each other if he wants.
If he wants to come back, yeah, most definitely, man, most definitely. Anyways, I started talking about Josh. Let's talk about Josh next, as I predicted Josh to actually finish third in the championship. He's currently sitting on 26 points in P9. Thoughts?
It's hard to say because he came in Monaco and destroyed everyone, but his attendance has been incredibly bad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, he was saying how he's cost Mercedes a constructor championship.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. Oh, after one race, he's jumped up 17 positions, and now he's had a good season. I mean, he had a very good race, but if he keeps the attendance the way it is, it'll still cost Mercedes the championship. If he turns up for the rest of the season, it'll be fine. So
Yeah.
he's a hard one to judge because if it was a week ago, I'm saying he's been one of the biggest letdowns of the season.
Yeah.
But now he just come in and destroyed everyone. You mean, yeah, it's hard to argue against him being a title favourite if he turns up every week.
Title favorite right now.
If he
Let's see
turns
the
up
gap.
every week, yeah.
50. So yeah, to be fair, it's doable. It is doable, and the thing is, Hurricane's not just losing points to one car, in Coward. He could also lose points to 2 cars with Cyrax,
We've
3
got
cars
8
with Smithy.
races. We've got
Yeah.
8 races to go. 8 times 7 is 56. That's pretty much the gap between them. So
Yeah. And it's not even a guaranteed P2. It's not even like it's a guaranteed P2. Like I said, there's a Coward there. There's a Smithy there. There's a Cyrax there. You get me? There's maybe even an Atomics there. Who knows? So, yeah, I mean, like you said, man, Josh has come one race, destroyed the grid, was to be expected. What was also to be expected was attendance. I mean, I didn't think it would be 1 out of 5. I would have thought maybe 3 out of 5. But yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal for Mercedes. But if he starts turning up from now, I'm not even going to say Josh is going to turn up. Let's say, how many races are left? Did you say 7?
8, because it's
8 races. 8 races.
We've done 5, yeah.
Yeah. So 8 races. I'm gonna say Josh will probably turn up to, let's say, 5 of them. I still think Mercedes can win the constructors. No, if Josh turns up to 5 and Coward's still at the top.
Definitely. But we're saying this as if he does, of course. But will he? I'm not sure.
Yeah, true that. I mean, so far even though he's managed to destroy the grid, he has underachieved a little bit. Not out of performance, just out of attendance, really. Anyways, next up, the big 2. I predicted number 2 to be Hurricane, number 1 to be Coward. Here is Coward number 2, Hurricane number 1. 1 point separates them. Jeez, man.
It's gonna be a good season for the rest of it.
Oh man, I do love Gcor when it's this close, man. This is going to be a Gcor classic. I've said it time and time and time and time and time again. This season has, honestly, it's going to be like, what was it? Gen 3 season 2, myself versus Dino Bambino, or Gen 3 season 5, Hurricane versus Tristan. You know,
It's
Gen
gonna
4
get down to
season
the wire.
2. Yeah, no, it is. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Gen 4 Season 2, Hurricane versus Smudge. If we want to go, take a time traveler back to the past, maybe even like Gen 2 Season 1, myself, and Beast Mode. I mean, it's going to be a classic, man. It's going to be a classic. And thank you so much for being a commentator and streaming it, because it's going to be a good one, honestly.
Oh, thank you for the effort you put in as well, mate. You make all this happen, so thank you very much.
The least I could do, man. It's the least I could do. But yeah, you might as well talk about these 2 drivers in tandem, isn't it? Hurricane and Coward.
Yeah, I mean those 2 are fantastic.
Box office, man.
There's a nice little rivalry between them. So I mean it is one race, one wins, one race the other. They're close to each other. Yeah, it's nice to see. I think Hurricane might have had the slight edge, but I think they're quite close. Has Coward I think Coward's had a DNF or not turned up?
DSQ got disqualified race 1, isn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, it's 1 point between them. What can you say? They're both being. These guys are gonna go down in Gcor Hall of Fame, to be honest. So even if they're not already.
Yeah. Coward is already. Hurricane soon to be once he steps down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once he steps down, so that's already confirmed. So I mean, Jeez, man. Honestly, like after the race, it doesn't even matter if I finish P4, if I finish P9. I'm there on the stream, rewatching the stream, seeing the battle between Coward and Hurricane, and it got a little bit heated actually. The last 2 weeks, have you seen? It's been getting a little bit heated in the paddock between Coward and Hurricane. Have you seen?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Coward's stoking the fire here, but it's all mind games, and I love to see it.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. I mean, Coward, he's received he's been criticized a bit by Hurricane and Hurricane side. But Coward's he said nothing back. I mean, he admitted that it was his fault. The incident at Monaco was a small tap. 6-second penalty. You think that was deserved?
I don't know. I think these two, it's there's always mind games, but I mean, I'm not sure if I can run the incident. To be honest, I don't want to say anything that I can't fully back. But I mean, just going back through the results, they've been next to each other in Monaco. They've been close to each other in Qatar. They've been obviously Singapore. They weren't, but then Japan. That was such a good battle.
That was classic. Last lap by Coward. Did you see the Gcor show? Because obviously, your audio went, isn't it? So I had to commentate over it.
Yeah, I've promised to make sure that never happens again because that was insane. I just had to watch that the entire thing because they kept switching positions at the end. I mean, that doesn't show how close these two are compared to the rest of the grid.
Yeah,
I don't know because these guys. I mean, the only way someone else wins is if they just take each other out. To be honest, because these.
Honestly, man. I mean, if we look at it, Singapore Atomics won, brilliant strategy. No Hurricane that day, and I mean, fair play to Atomics. He had the pace to get away from Coward in the first place.
Yeah.
And then Qatar, I don't know if Coward had damage. I'm not quite sure why he was slow that race weekend. I think he had a bit of front wing damage on the first stint. And then Hurricane, I mean, Smithy beat Hurricane on pure pace, so fair play to him. And then at Monaco, AMS Josh, I mean, it's Josh, isn't it? Like, yeah. But, geez, this season's been amazing, man. I mean,
it feels like 2021 all over again.
Honestly,
man.
it does. It actually does, bro. It actually does. Like, I'm smiling. You can't see it, but I'm smiling right now. I'm smiling right now. Look.
Got a massive grin on because it's just brilliant to watch. To be honest.
Honestly, like every week, I hope none of them miss a race. Obviously, I hope they don't crash. But if they do crash, content.
It's gonna be box office. Whatever happens, it's gonna be box office. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. And even seeing like the two, I mean, like I said, it's more one-sided. Like Hurricane is saying to Coward that Coward's racing and overly aggressive. Obviously, the contact must have been frustrating, and I would have been frustrated too if I'm in Hurricane's position. I have previously been in Hurricane's position where my title candidate has taken me out. I've not been happy about it, but we'll see how Hurricane can bounce back. I mean, I already know he will bounce back. It's his home track next up at Coda, so he will bounce back, and it's a sprint weekend. So, it's going to be good, man. But what makes this championship fight even better is that, all right, in the championship is these two, but in the race, there's more than these two, There's other guys who can win too. There's Smithy, there's Cyrax, Atomic sometimes.
We've had 5 different race winners.
Bro, it's going to be like F1 2012 where 7 different winners in 7 different races, I mean, wow. This is the first time in Gcor history, that 5 different winners in the first 5 races. It's amazing, man.
Wow.
I think it's the first time ever, man, because I look back, Hurricanes won a couple, Cows won a couple. Back in the day, you see Dinos won a couple. I've won a couple, early on, Smudge, even Marshy. So
You could get a little Cyrax win, that would be 6.
Yeah. Don't be surprised.
7.
Don't be surprised if that happens, exactly. Don't be surprised. Even Fuse has shown pace, We've not spoken about Fuse, but he's shown pace as well.
And Atomics, they've both been really good.
Win,
and he's currently 7th in the championship. But no, they've both been quite good.
It's been amazing, man. It's been amazing. But anyways, let's quickly do the constructors.
I think otherwise this has gone on for way too long. And
don't worry. I'm gonna have the you know, the Monaco Grand Prix in the background, and that was a long race, so it's fine, man.
Yeah. So quickly, I think. Yeah, it's been. All right, let me just
I
get
mean,
the list. You carry on.
all right, I said Sauber P10. They're currently P5. I mean, fair play. Atomics and Fuse
But
done
we
a
did
really
know
good job there.
the
Yeah,
drivers.
we didn't know. Yeah, we didn't know because at the time they had Waza. Who else did they have?
I think the drivers
Waza.
actually scored points.
What was that?
I don't think the drivers they initially signed have scored any points.
Nah, they haven't. I mean, yeah, they haven't. Simple as that, really.
Then ninth we have Alpine, and they are currently 8th.
8th, yep, with Exalta scoring all the points for them there. Aston Martin, I said we're going to be 8th. They're currently 7th. Again, 1 point away from 8th. So, I mean, at the bottom, it's a good little fight, you know. Aston, Alpine, Haas, and RB. I mean, I expect RB and Haas to kind of push on, you know,
Yeah,
as the
they've
season
kind
goes.
of got the drivers that either haven't turned up or should have had races where they came 5th or 4th, and they've just ended up with
Exactly.
9th or no points. So, I mean, Racing
Mm.
Bulls have such an attendance they have, and to not get any points is actually kind of insane.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking. I'm not going to lie. 7th, RB, they're currently last. I'm sure they'll go up soon. Haas, I predicted them to be 6th. They're currently 9th.
Yeah.
Again, that's just drivers attending, isn't it?
Few off races, yeah.
Red Bull, P5, I predicted them. Currently, they're P3. So
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Don't worry, man. I'm not that stubborn.
He's like this in a while.
Oh man, since the Tristan days. Since the Tristan days.
It's interesting days.
Nah, it's good to see you, man, fighting at the top. Obviously, your team before it was Red Bull, it was BMW Road Quadratic. Another, you know, team fighting at the front with Beast Mode Sam and Type Z. So definitely your team know how to, you know, how to fight at the front. It's in your DNA.
Definitely.
P4, I predicted Williams. They're currently P6. We've already spoken about how at the moment it's a one-man team, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, no points from Algames, and Matt's had a few missed opportunities in races, so
Exactly, man.
But still not looking. I think it'll be a battle between them and Sauber, to be honest.
You think they're out for the fight for P2?
I think they're up for the fight for P5.
Jeez, man. Jeez, that's crazy. Literally last season winning the constructors, now not even in the top half of the constructors. Crazy turnaround. P3, Ferrari, they're currently 1 point off P3, sitting in P4. Not too bad of prediction, was that?
No, that's good.
Fairly, you know, nothing too crazy. 2 drivers who, you know, they'll turn up, you know, they'll be consistent. They might not have any headline performances, but they'll be there, you know.
Yeah,
they'll be there. P2, I said McLaren. McLaren are currently leading with GN7. I said champions, they're currently second. Like we said, honestly, that can all change if Josh turns up consistently.
Josh will decide the constructors and the drivers, I think. So
out of his own will.
So
exactly. Out of it, if Josh feels like, today I feel like giving GN7 another constructors, then they'll get it. If he's like, I can't be asked to turn up, then McLaren will get it. Simple as that. No glaze, obviously. No glaze. But that's the situation. That's the situation we're in. But yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much, Gibbo, for today. Obviously, a bit of a longer video, but that's to make up for the longer, you know, for the longer race that we had on the weekend, you know. That's going to be playing in the background, the highlights.
You managed to actually sit through all that. Fair play to you.
Yeah, bro, I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it.
And a long race.
Yeah, quality was good as well. I mean, yeah, sure, I got knocked out, but we've spoken about it, you know. I've spoken to Charlie about it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Anyways, thank you for being with me today, man, and thank you guys for listening.
Pleasure.
Don't forget to like, subscribe on not only the Gcor channel, but Gibbo's like personal channel. What's it? 6IBBO, is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. So that's where you can find live coverage of the Grand Prix. But yeah, no, thank you for listening, and on to the next one. Thank you guys, and goodbye.